In this video, I want to introduce you to some ideas for how to create physical products that you can touch and feel and all of that. So first, let's go through some ideas and then we'll go through some exercises and creative stuff. So some very basic things you can do are listed here. So for example, let's say, starter kits for presenting, like if you're a cheese fan, right? Like I used to know this guy who was like a really into cheese, and so he created starter kits for other people who are into cheeses. So they could be like cheese knives or cheese plates or cheese like menus, or even he would send maybe the cheeses, I don't know, but he basically was thinking of creating cheese starter kits. I know nothing about cheese other than really just eating it, but so I'm not a good person to talk deeply into it. But you can see for any hobby you have, for people who want to get started in it, you can create starter kits. The beautiful thing about starter kits is that as a whole, you can charge more than the individual parts, and you don't have to actually create any of the products. You can just buy the products individually, package them up nicely, and boom, you have your kit. Now, next is decorating existing products. So taking really boring old household items, making them pretty and fun. Now, other idea is products replacing common motions. For example, like that idea of the sock folder. Maybe there is some contraption you can make, or that dog toy that picks up then throws a tennis ball. I mean, that thing is super awesome, and now whoever came up with that is like a genius, and then now everybody's got it. So it's a billion-dollar idea, and very, very simple plastic thing. Now there's also 3D printing at home. So you can, 3D printing is basically, most people have already heard of it. It's you buy like a printer that can print physical things, not paper, not things on paper, but items out of various forms of plastic. And some toxic, some not toxic, I'm not sure. But you can print anything now from home, and anything you couldn't create before, like a vase. Now you can create a vase. Now you can create another thing. So they differ in complexity and combinations of materials. So you'd have to research 3D printing, but it's possible. So you can create a lot of stuff now. Now, what are your skills, right? Because these are just some ideas that I came up with, but you really need to tap into your skills. You have your list of skills here that I came up with that people usually have, that they're categorized as like working with your hands. Sadly for me, I know like none of these, but I think it's just me because I have two left hands. But maybe for other people this hits. And for you, what is it that you know how to do with your hands? What kind of skill do you have? Maybe also you're good at designing. That's another thing. So you can design pretty things, and then you can print them on top of physical things. You can outsource the actual printing. You just need to provide the design. So that. And just try to, here's a little, on this worksheet, add your skills. And if you're like me, and this is sad, I have like zero skills. As I was making this, I realized I have zero skills, and a sad moment over here. Anyway, so I thought of it deeper. I'm like, okay, what skill do I want to learn? And I'm like, I want to become better at playing guitar. And I'm like, I got to make it more convenient for myself. I'm like, I wish there was an Uber for music teachers. I wish I could just hire someone to come here. It would be so easy. I don't know if there is, but I don't know of one. And then I'm thinking, what else do I like to do when I'm relaxing? And I like to geek out on like puzzles or chess, something that stimulates my mind a little bit. And I'm like, well, instead of playing chess or playing, solving puzzles, maybe I can work on creating a puzzle, because that's a bigger puzzle than solving a puzzle, is creating a puzzle. And so maybe puzzle games, that leads to puzzle game ideas. So something like that, try to work through these kinds of thought processes and see if you stumble on any physical product idea.